Hey there, this is Eileen Fernandez Parker, and in this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can insert audio into your slides presentation for asynchronous learning and also for learners who might need that extra accessibility. So the idea here is that we're going to be using Vocaroo, which is a free online website that does not collect any personal identifiable information. There's no login. It doesn't save anything except it saves the file and it gives you a link to access it. The power here, though, is that you can download the file from Vocaroo, which is what you're not able to do with a lot of other audio extensions like Mote and Talk and Comment. So Vocaroo, it takes a couple of extra steps because that's what Slides requires. But Vocaroo is the one program that gives you what you need. Here's an example of something that you might want kids to do. So when you train kids, you'd let them know that this icon means that it's an audio file. And you can see when I hover over it, the audio pops up. Drag the blue frog onto the lily pad. So there are the directions, and then the student would be able to drag the frog onto the lily pad. Now, because this is in presentation mode, I won't be able to drag it right now. The students would have to use that in edit mode. What I want you to see first is the process. Step one is that you're going to record your audio file on vocaroo.com. Step two is that you're going to use the download file feature so that you can get the file onto your desktop. From a desktop, you have to physically upload your file to Drive, which also can be just a simple drag and drop if you've got both windows open. And the final step is from within Slides, you are going to insert the audio into the slide. Okay? So I'm going to escape out of here so that you can see. Here's an example of the slide, and the student then would be able to drag the blue frog. So you might have this slide might be drag the blue frog. The next one, you could just duplicate this, make it drag the orange frog, and then drag the yellow frog. So I'll do the orange frog since the blue one is already finished. So I'm going to switch over to vocaroo.com, and I'm going to click this button. I'm going to do my recording, and then I'm going to use the download feature. Drag the orange frog onto the lily pad. I can test it here. Drag the orange frog onto the lily pad. If I'm happy with it, I can hit save and share. If not, I can re-record. Notice right here is the download button. I'm going to click download, and I'm going to download it to I'll just put it in my downloads right now for ease of use. And you can see that it downloaded down here. And then I'm going to go to my Drive, and I'm going to go to where I need to save it. I want it to go into my audio files here. So I'm just going to drag it right into that. And now I'll be able to find it. But first I want to rename it because just calling it Vocaroo May 5th isn't very helpful. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to rename, and I'm just going to call this Orange Frog. And notice it's an MP3. That's important because Slides doesn't recognize some different formats. I tried to do this with an iPad, and the voice recording on iPad did not work. It comes in this file called M4A. So it has to be an MP3, all right? So now I have my file in my Drive. I'm going to go back to my Slides, and I'm going to go to the Insert menu. I'm going to choose Audio. I can go into my Drive and look for it here, and it happens to be at the top. But if it's not there, you might have to search for it. So I'm just going to select it and hit Select. And now I'm going to get this audio, and I can drag it over here. And it's important that you put the audio file icon in the same place regularly so that kids get used to it, right? And the last thing I want to show you, because it comes in as a gray, and I'm going to close out the webcam. If I click on it to select it, then up here I can choose format options. If that's not automatically on your slide, you can go to the format menu and choose format options. And over here they have recolor. And so you don't get every color. It's not that vibrant, but since I have a blue frog right here and a green lily pad, etc., I can choose whatever color I want to match. So I am going to choose this light blue. I like that. And so now the color is a little bit better. Okay, so now when you hover over it and click, drag the orange frog onto the lily pad. So now if this is a student who is pre-K or kindergarten learning their colors still, they can drag it right onto there. Now, a file that you create in this way, when you use the create a copy for each student, make a copy for each student in Google Classroom, the audio file is still there. So hopefully this will help you to see how you can be in two places at once. Because when you do station rotation and when you've got kids working in small groups and when you have kids working remotely and some are virtual and some are not, et cetera, this is a way that you can be in two places at once. So good luck with this. If you have any trouble, comment underneath the video. And if you like it, feel free to like and subscribe and ring the bell.